Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the Dell Technologies Club here at Fenway Park. Earlier today, the Boston Red Sox announced the signing of outfielder Masataka Yoshida to a 5-year contract through the 2027 season. Masataka is here to take your questions, along with Red Sox President and CEO Sam Kennedy, Chief Baseball Officer Chaim Bloom, Agent Scott Boris, and interpreter Keiichiro Wakabayashi. A special welcome to Masataka's wife, Eureka, who is here with us today. Welcome to Boston, everyone. Before we get to your questions, I'm going to turn it over to Chaim Bloom for some opening remarks.
Hi, everybody. Good to see everybody. I'll keep this brief because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of questions. We, on behalf of Baseball Operations Department, and a lot of people in our department put work into the process that is culminating here in this signing today. I'm excited to welcome Masataka and Eureka and their children who are not here, but we'll be excited to welcome them to Boston and to the Red Sox family. We're so excited to have you aboard. Welcome.
And we'll now pause for a brief photo opportunity. Masataka, we have a hat and jersey for you.
You guys can't see it, but he's got a tie that's perfectly coordinated.
Thank you. And now Masataka would like to say a few words.
Hi, Masataka. I'm Masataka Yoshida. Nice to meet you. I'm 29 years old. I have played in Oryx Buffaloes for 7 years. I don't speak English, so nervous. I wanna learn English, and I wanna speak it my daughters. Sooner than my daughters. I'm honored to be a Red Sox nation. I'll be do my best. Thank you.
Thank you. And at this time, we'll begin with questions. First in English and then continuing in Japanese with translation after the question and answer for the Japanese questions. Please raise your hand if you have a question, wait for the mic to be passed to you, and begin with your name and outlet. And with that, we'll begin.
Thank you. Josh Brogadier, WCVB Sports. Welcome to Boston. Why did you choose the Red Sox of all the 30 teams in Major League Baseball?
レッドソックスを選んだ理由を教えていただけますか。
はい、一番いい評価をしていただきました。
Yeah, obviously, Red Sox organization evaluate the best one in 30 teams, so that's why I choose it.
Right over here.
For Chaim, why was this such a great fit for you guys, and obviously something you were super aggressive in pursuing as soon as he was posted?
Yeah, although the process came to a head really quickly, everything leading up to that point took some time and a lot of work. This is a good time to thank. There's really too many people to list, all of the work that went into this. Specifically want to mention Gus Quattlebaum, who headed up bringing together a lot of that information, coordinating a lot of both our boots on the ground over there and a lot of the work in the front office to just do the best evaluation, that we could. We've watched Masataka for a while, and for us, the thing that really stood out from all angles, from a scouting angle, from breaking down the performance, is just the quality of the at-bat. There's a very unique combination of contact skills and strike zone discipline and an ability to impact the baseball that we feel has a chance to really impact the game at the major league level.
Alex over here.
I'm for both Chaim and for Masataka and for Scott. Are you surprised at how quickly this came together? Given that it was, how many hours into the posting process was this when this happened?
Well, certainly it was something where the demand for the player was, it's equivalent, I guess, to the start of a race where everyone was certainly holding their ability to contact and such. And we had so many Zoom requests for the player that we really had to create what I call a ZBO, a Zoom buyout, if you will, because we just really had to determine where we thought the player could play well, contact those teams, and really hear from them. And Chaim and his group were really aligned with us about the potentials for Masa and what he can do. Very unique bat-to-ball skills. The player that can hit a high fastball, stay through the ball, and yet a very, very clear hidden power element that you usually see with swing planes that have a lot of loop in it, and his doesn't. So I think obviously in getting deals done, there's alignment. And in this case, I think equally that we understood who Masa was, the Red Sox did, and certainly this ballpark and really this division, we felt he fit very well in it.
で、今回の契約すごい早く決着ついたんですけど、驚かれましたか？
びっくりしました。
Yeah, I was super surprised.
Yeah, we still have not had our Zoom. It was on the schedule, but felt like we knew him pretty well, even though we hadn't had a chance to talk to him yet. It's funny, that day I was doing a media scrum at the winter meetings, and I remember I got asked, do you think that it will make a difference that the posting period is 45 days instead of 30 days? And I wanted to say, well, in this case, I don't think it's going to make a whole heck of a lot of difference, but couldn't say that at the time. But it certainly, you have to be prepared for those things, and you have to be prepared with the evaluation of the player, when the light turns green, and we felt we were. And then, we knew that there was going to be a lot of interest. That was pretty clear just in the time we'd spent following him, that the interest in Masataka was going to be more than I think a lot of people realized. I can't say we knew the process would go that quickly, but because of all the work that our group did, we felt prepared for that.
TC and then Ian.
Tom Karen from Nesson. Masa, have you had a chance to tour Fenway Park? What did you think of the Green Monster, and what were your impressions of the ballpark today?
フェンウェイパーク、見られたと思うんですけど、どのような印象、グリーンモンスターとかもあるんですけど、どのような印象を受けましたか？
テレビでは見てたんですけども、今日初めて生で見て、すごく、高くて、本当に歴史のある球場だなっていうのはすごく感じました。
Yeah, I was watching it on TV. But this is the first time to watch on the field. So the Green Monster, it's really tall, and then I was surprised. And then also this is really really good atmosphere because of it's really good. They have the good history, so I was impressed.
Ian.
Hi, when you're making an investment of this size, what's the best way to determine if his skills from Japan they're going to carry over here? And I guess Scott, to follow up, what do you see from him that leads you to believe that everything he did in Japan he can also do here?
Yeah, from our standpoint, that's obviously one of the bigger questions to answer anytime you're making an investment in a player who doesn't have a track record in Major League Baseball. I do think, both here at the Red Sox and as an industry, we continue to get hopefully better at making those assessments, and it really gets to a lot of the things that I talked about, that there is a foundation here to be able to do some things and handle an at-bat a certain way, the way that the swing works, the way that he sees the ball. That those things do tend to translate really well whatever environment a player is in. And, you can talk about the risk that goes along with it, but we also see upside, especially seeing, in particular this year, some power start to come out and the ability to, let loose that power when it fits and when it fits the situation, and then also to make sure to put a ball in play when it fits the situation. And just the ability that he demonstrated to do that in all kinds of different spots, the ability to perform, under pressure. He comes over here a champion. Hopefully he can be a champion here too. All those things added up to something that we felt, was a really, really strong basis to think he can have success.
What you see often happen in the transition from the MPB to MLB is that the strikeout rates of a lot of the players, and usually the reason they're here is because they do have power, or they're very athletic, but in Masa's case, his base on ball to strikeout rate in the MPB was phenomenal. It's just something that it just showed his contact rates, his skill, and plus his knowledge of the strike zone. And what we really watch very clearly was when we see him face the relievers in Japan, they're throwing 95, 96, and there are only a few arms there that can do it. And he handled those pitchers with great acumen, showed power, and had the same level of strike zone control with velocity that he did for other pitchers. So those are things that were very impressive about him.
Masataka, there have been a number of Japanese players who have played for the Red Sox, Daisuke Matsuzaka, Koji Uehara, the list goes on. Did you talk to any of them before you signed, and if so, what was their message about Boston and what you can expect?
今までレッドソックスでプレーされた日本人選手の先輩方とお話しされサインの前契約する前にお話とかされましたかでされたとしたらその内容をもし教えていただければ教えてください。
はい、特にはないんですけども、松坂さんとはツイッターでボストンは寒いのでダウンジャケットを持ってきてくださいと言われました。
Yeah, actually, not really, but I text to Daisuke Matsuzaka through the Twitter, and then he advised to me Boston is really cold, so bring your yeah obviously you have to bring your jacket.
Hi, you guys have obviously struggled in the leadoff spot for some last few years. Is that a spot that you see him working in, and just how do you guys plan on using him in the field, and what were those conversations like?
He certainly has a skill set to do it. We want to see obviously how the club comes together in full before talking through that, and ultimately, Alex figuring out how he wants to make this lineup out. But the skill set is there to do that. I feel confident he's actually got a skill set that can play in different parts of the order, but there's no question. We've talked about strike zone judgment. We've talked about contact. Those are obviously huge. They're huge anywhere, but they're huge at the top of the order.
In the field, is it strictly left field, or how do you view that?
Yeah, I think for the most part, again, we have to see how the club comes together, but would expect him to play left field.
吉田さん、入団おめでとうございます。高知新聞の市村と申します。ご自分のどういうプレーをこのメジャーリーグで見せたいか、抱負とそれから意気込みを教えてください。
はい。She asked him how to play in here U.S. and then could you give me some comment for next season?
日本で今まで7年間やってきまして、打撃の部分で自分は長所だと思っていますので、今までチームを勝利に導くことをテーマにオリックスではプレーしていましたので、それを引き続きまたボストンでもそういう活躍ができればいいなと思ってます。あともう一つ何でしたっけ？抱負と意気込み。意気込みは今年ですね、オリックス日本シリーズ取りましたし、チームとしましては、ワールドチャンピオン、目指してその一員になれるよう精一杯頑張りたいと思います。
Yeah, I have played in Oryx for 7 years, and then especially I focus on the hitting wise to contribute the team winning. So yeah, I want to keep doing to contribute winning the team, and then so actually this season in the Oryx we became the champion in Japan. So next season, I would like to contribute to be a world champion for Red Sox.
吉田選手、共同通信の大坪と言います。はじめよろしくお願いします。5年総額で9000万ドルというふうに報道があるんですけれども、これだけの高い評価とあと5年という契約をレッドソックスっていう伝統球団から提示されたことっていう自身の評価を、最初見た時の感想気持ちっていうのを教えていただけますか。
So you made a 5 years deal with $90 million. So the Red Sox evaluate really high. So could you give me a comment about that?
すごくこの契約には正直びっくりしましたし、このまずポスティングを認めていただいたオリックス球団、感謝してますし、またこのようなオファーを、していただいたボラスコンポレーションの方、そして、チャンスをいただいたこのボストンレッドソックス、に本当感謝してますし、僕がもうやることは精一杯プレーして、プレーでお返しできることが最善だと思います。
Yeah, first of all, I was really surprised about this deal, and then so I have to thank you to Oryx Buffaloes because they are allowed to post, and then so I also want to say thank you to the people working for me. Excuse me. Thank you for. I would like to thank you for the people working in Boras Corporation to make a good deal, and also thank you for Red Sox organization to accept me. So only thing I can do for them is playing hard. So I wanna for sure. Obviously, I'm gonna play hard next season.
One over here.
Yeah, for Sam, your thoughts on the message this signing sends to Red Sox fans first, and then shifting gears slightly off topic, just the thoughts on the news of Charlie Baker and the NCAA. I know kind of the role you played in that and the fit you see happening there.
Very well. I think the message that the arrival of Masa sends to our fans is one of hope and commitment to our annual goal of trying to play competitive baseball into October, and as Masa said, trying to win another World Series championship. He arrives here a champion, as Chaim says, and that's the goal, and nothing less in Boston. So thank you to Masa for being here. Thanks to Scott for making this happen, and we appreciate it. And as it relates to Charlie, if he wasn't going to be president of the United States, being president of the NCAA is probably a pretty good fit. So very happy for him.
Right over here.
吉田選手、入団おめでとうございます。スポニチの杉浦です。 今回2段獲得されるにあたり、リードオフマンとして一番打者としての期待もかかっているというふうに報道されてるんですけど、その辺ご自身はどう感じられているか。今日のインスタライブで一番ちょっと厳しいみたいなことをおっしゃってたと思うんですけど、その辺ちょっと、はい、お聞かせいただけますか。
Yeah, I would like to know what do you think about leadoff man for next year?
あまり1番というのは経験がないので、そういうことを言ったのですが、本当に任されたポジションで、自分の役割というか、今まで日本でやってきたように、強くボールをコンタクトしていくことは変わりないのかなと、どの打順でもと思ってます。
Yeah, I haven't experienced leading off hitter, so that's why I said maybe I don't have confidence to hit the leading off hitter, but if whatever they say, do the leading off hitter, so I'm gonna play hard. That's all. Yeah, I just wanna keep doing the same thing. What I did in Japan, like especially contact, make a good contact, and then get on base.
吉田選手、東京スポーツ山崎と申します。ここです。おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
まずちょっと背中の番号を見せてもらえますでしょうか。何番ですか。
Oh, he said, please show me your the number on your back on his bag.
ありがとうございます。で、この質問なんですけど、7番去年から今年からですか、オリックスでつけられて、ここでもそういう縁があったということですけど、これまでにバスケスとかJ. リー・デュール、スティーブン・ドゥルー、トロット・ニクソンといういろんな選手がつけてきたんですけど、ボストン・レッドソックスの打者といえばご自身どういう選手を、例えば子供の時から見てきたとか、ちょっと気にしてチェックしてたとかいるようでしたら教えてください。
So you have started using the number 7 since this season, and then like some of the famous players use that number in Boston, and then could you tell me if there are any player you watched when you were young?
日本人、選手がプレーしていた時にテレビでよく拝見してましたし、その時やっぱり、マニー・ラミレス選手、デイビッド・オルティス、ビッグパピーですね、はい、そこら辺やっぱりインパクトがすごくありましたし、本当にバッティングでファンの方を引きつける、僕もその一人でした。
Yeah, I know a lot of Japanese players played here, and then also as a hitter, the Manny Ramirez and then David Ortiz, Big Papi, their hitting was really passionate and then attractive. So I would like to follow them, to attract the fan.
吉田選手おめでとうございます。こちらです。テレビ朝日内藤と申します。どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。ボストン多分、つい先日、到着されたと思うんですけれども、球場は、グリーンモンスターが高いなとお話ありましたけど、街の雰囲気であったり、街並みですね。街並みっていうのはどのように、ご家族で住まれていく中でこう捉えられていらっしゃいますでしょうか。
What did you think about the city of the Boston?
本当に歴史のある街で、日本にはあまりないような雰囲気がありまして、非常に住むのが楽しみです。
Yeah, looks like really historical, and then there's nothing in Japan like this city, and then the atmosphere is really good, so I'm looking forward to living here.
こちらです。すみません。吉田選手おめでとうございます。産経スポーツの竹浜と申します。 今ちょっと心境で、驚いたっていうふうにおっしゃってましたけど、今年はポスティング期間が30日から45日間あるっていうので、ちょっと時間をかけて、他の球団と話してみようとか、そういうご考えっていうのはなかったんですか？それとももういい評価をしてもらったっていうのでもう決めちゃうっていうふうな迷いがなかったっていう感じでしょうか
？Did you think about to make a conversation with the other team during the posting, the period of the posting? So or ボストンに選んだ。そうですね。他にちょっと時間をかけて他のチームと話してみたいっていう気持ちもあったのか、ボストンにフォーカスしてもらったので、もう迷わず決めたのか、その辺の心境を。Yeah, or so the Red Sox give you a really good offer, so that's why you choose the Boston. So could you tell me about that?
そうですね、やっぱり一番自分が、プレーをしやすいと言いますか、そうですね、一番プレーしやすい、環境、そして、フィールドも含めですけど、もちろん日本人のたくさんの、スタッフの方もいらっしゃいますし、自分が本当にいいプレーができる環境だと思いましたので、はい、決断しました。
Yeah, I've decided the Red Sox because it looks like really comfortable place to play, and then including the city and then on the field, and then also there are a couple Japanese staff, so it's I thought it's really helpful for me, so that's why I choose it.
Masa, do you remember when the first time you thought about playing in MLB was? Like how long ago that was?
So when
was the first time you ever thought about playing in MLB?
These dreams. いつ頃からメジャーで野球したいなっていうふうにその夢というか思い始めましたか？
小学生の頃からテレビでは拝見してましたけれども、プロ入ってからやっぱりたくさんの先輩方がこう日本メジャーでプレーしている姿を見て、自分もいつかMLB の舞台でプレーしたいなという気持ちになりました。
Yeah, obviously, it's since when I was elementary school student, but after I get into the professional baseball, a lot of older players played in in US really well. So after that, I started thinking one day I want to play in the MLB. So yeah, I think that's time.
吉田さん、サンケイスポーツの山田と申します。よろしくお願いします。レッドソックスのブルームさんとかそういう方たちと会ったのって事前にズームはあまりというお話がありましたけど、今日会ったのが初めてだったんでしょうか
？So is this the first time to meet people of the Boston front?
はい、そうです。
通常なかなかそう言って会わないっていうプロセスを踏むことは少ないと思うので、そういうことへの不安って言ったら目の前にし言いにくいのかもしれないですけど、そういったこととか、そういう手順を踏んだ何か意図とか思いがあれば教えてください。
Yeah, you haven't met them before signing, so probably I think you might have any worried about, and so could you tell me the process to sign with Boston?
ボラスさんを信じました。はい。
Yeah, I trust Mr. Boras.
Masa, Chaim over here. Chaim mentioned that you figured to likely play left field. Have you ever played in anything in front of anything like the Green Monster when you were over in the Japanese leagues for the 7 years? Is there an equivalent over there The ball was coming off the monster and you had to play it?
日本でやってる時にグリーンモンスターみたいにその高いすごい壁があるような球場でレフトを守ったことありますか？
ああ、札幌ドームがありますけれども、それ以上に高いと思います。
Yeah, looks similar to the Sapporo, but Green Monster is way higher than that stadium.
Any other questions? Thank you. That concludes our press conference for today. Thank you for joining us.
Hola, ¿qué tal mi gente? Nosotros somos Sin Fronteras y queremos invitarte a que te quedes con la máquina deportiva. Sí, sí, sí.